We're starting our broadcast. There we go. We just started. It is almost 8 o'clock in the morning where I am, Pacific time in Portland, Oregon, from where I'm broadcasting. People are joining in on this June the 8th, 2024. I don't know the time and date where you currently are. Some people are watching this on recording, and that's wonderful. And then I have people who are watching live, and I'm going to pan to that screen in a moment. Thank you, Missy, for already starting the wave. Hi, Finn. Good to see you. Here comes, come on. This is the page where I show everybody. There's everybody who's joining in. Hello, people who are joining in. Glad to see you. Good, good, good. Hi, Anne. Okay, let me go back to this page. I'm Rabbi Brian. This is the Saturday service. We talk about things. It's a different way of looking at a religious service. It kind of reminds me of, I enjoy very much when I travel. Oh, and let me say hi to our friends who are on Twitch. There we are, Chad and Lisa on Twitch. Hi, guys. Glad you're here. When I travel, I like to go to different supermarkets because I like to see how did different cultures evolve. We all have the need for shopping, but sometimes it's a very different kind of market, and I enjoy, all Kroger stores kind of have the same feel to them, but when I go to New York, there's some specialty markets that just grew up differently, and I love to see how things are the same and different. That being said, I think of the Saturday service in that way. This is a different way of doing a religious service. It's not. It just evolved differently. We've been doing this for over 4 years now, and we have this format where I host. I ask questions. I lead discussion, but I certainly am not the expert on all things. I want to start us off today with a little bit of follow-ups on a few things. First of all, I want to be able to read my note. Oh, Harold and Connie, you guys just had your 63rd wedding anniversary. Isn't that correct? Well, congratulations. Do you have anything you want to share with us on what you did for your anniversary, or secrets to staying? Say it again, Connie. I apologize. I spoke over you. Well, this introduction's going just fine. That's great. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that was surely not how I thought that was going to go. And Emily, how is your sister doing? You told us last week that things were a little bit rough, and I wanted to follow up. Okay, that's sometimes a horrible place to be of not knowing. Connie, I had a follow up question for you, but after my first question to you went so swimmingly badly, I I wonder how this will go. But last week I had dropped the quote, "All things that are loved are beautiful," and so I remember it, Connie. That quote rang some resonance for you. I'm wondering if you have any follow up thoughts, or if you have anything to add to that quote, or you can just tell me again, Rabbi, it's none of your business. Yeah. and to bring it back, it doesn't feel like you don't feel. You look in the mirror and you think you don't have the beauty you used to have. Any chance? Well, now I'm gonna say, of course, Connie, you are the foremost authority on yourself and what is and what isn't true for you. But I wonder if I were to ask the group of people here, does anyone think that Connie? Look at Connie for a second. Is anything but beautiful? Now, Connie, is it possible all these people are wrong? Look at all these people. Look at all these people, Connie. They've only met you since you're 80 years old. All these people who think that you're beautiful as you are, yes, are they wrong? So beautiful. Let me ask while we have the whole group together. Is there anyone who has and Linny? I wanted to follow up with you. You had a friend who wasn't well. How are things going? All right. It's all right. It sounds like you are doing good and actually feeling good about doing good. It's wonderful. We all want to feel connected. I think that's why we're all here. I don't know how to if there's somebody who is on Facebook who is also in this room. Apparently Facebook does not have any audio, and I don't know how to apologize to the people on Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook, but they can't hear me. So um oh golly. Um, and anyone else have a thing they want to share with the group? And let me look. Michael B. Where's Michael? Hi, Michael. There you are. Michael, though, you and I had. Do you mind having a small little zoom in on Rabbi and Michael time? Okay, and Alex, if you would spotlight Michael so he shows up in that little window there, please. There we go. Hi, Michael. There you are. It's like we're having a conversation. I can hear you. Everyone except for the Facebook folks can hear you. So, Michael, you and I were emailing a little bit about that sometimes checking things out with a group, the same way that we just did with Connie, and that Connie has a perception of herself, and the group says, Connie, all things that are loved are beautiful, and so Connie, you are beautiful, and it's it fights against Connie's own self image. Michael, you and I had emailed a little bit about something that you thought maybe you wanted to check out with the group, and this is a new idea, and we'll see how this goes. But can you lead us into that? Mm, hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That- it, Michael, do you blame? I can only imagine that as a dad, at some point, you blame yourself. Okay. How's it feel? How is it sharing? I mean, this is you being really open with this group. How does that feel? Amen. Can you see all the people on this? Can you see all the people who are listening to you? No, that's all right. Just looking and seeing all of these. Yeah, and just know that all of. Yeah, well, if we were in the same room, you'd have to turn your head to look at all the different pieces. And here you can just. Yeah. So let's get ourselves in that hug. You know how you can think of what an apple tastes like, and then you can switch to a pear, and you know what those tastes are before without actually eating it. I think you can get a hug feeling from all the people who you can see on the screen, whether or not. And some of them are putting their hands out. Say it again, Michael. So let me. So it yes, it's wonderful that you are, but it's also that you're sharing yourself with the group. It's not that just the group is here, it's that you are choosing to interact and to engage and to be open and honest with where you are and the struggle you're having. I mean, I'm not sure that it is a two-way street, and you can get more out the more you put in. I'm not saying that everyone has to share all their woes, but isn't it amazing to feel supported by all these people? So and what and go figure, we wind up lonely because we don't do it, but we can. You know, it's not the mailman coming by my house and says, "How are you today?" I don't think they want the full honest answer, but there are times we can. I For a while I was saying, when people say, "How are you?" I would say, "How long of an answer would you like?" Because if we're just doing pleasantries, I can just do pleasantries. But if you want to really know, I'm glad to tell you. Yeah, yeah, that 50-minute hour. No, Michael, I think you might be putting yourself down there a little bit. Yeah, folks. I want you to think if there was something that you would want to share with. We're going to go into small groups, Alex. That's a heads up warning. We're going to go into small groups, and I want you to think: is there something that you want to share with a group? And I'm going to ask you in your small groups that they stay confidential. You don't need to. I'm going to ask that we don't share out afterwards by name. We can share about the experience, but I don't want us to share the details of what is shared. I want you to think: is there something that you want to tell the group? Like a real answer to the question, how are you right now? And not to go on too long, because there's a group of people, and that's part of being in a community, is that you have to take turns. But to share in a small group, how are you really today? How are you really doing today? What is it that you, and then just like Michael was doing, is gives you the opportunity to be fed, to be heard, to be seen. And I think the more that we are heard and fed and seen, the less we need to go to Costco. Okay, I really thought that was much wittier than your lack of reaction. Yeah. So let's take, Alex, if you would set a timer and put us into groups. We're going to go into groups. And the thing into group is to answer the question, how am I today? And to make sure you have time for everyone to share and to go as open and honest as you feel you need to. Go ahead, Alex. Open the pod bay doors. Rooms are open. There the people go. Alex, how long are we setting the timer for? That's perfect. That's great. And then anyone who is left in the room, are they wanting to stay or do they want to transfer? I think the other screens that I see are currently frozen. So, Alex, how are you? Yeah. This adult thing where things aren't just good and bad, superhero and supervillain. Yeah. 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 It okay. I think the recommendations aren't going to fly in Ontario. Oh, yeah. Let me add Kelly into the conversation. Said it's complicated today, surrounded by life and children, early summer beauty and abundance, but my heart is heavy, worried about husband and his cancer, and feeling mortal. And that's all I got. Um, and I do know that I've seen Kelly post online, and Kelly, it sounds like you're in hell. And the Winston Churchill quote, my dad, when my dad was dying, my dad's favorite quote was from Winston Churchill, and it said, when you're going through hell, keep going. It's simple advice. And thank you for sharing, Kelly. And yeah. Yeah, Jack, you didn't make it to the small rooms. You're here with us. How are you doing today? Conflicted. Say more. Mm. Jack, do you know? I don't know if you're on the religion outside the box. Do we still have a link, Alex, to the contact list? I can drag it up. So let's post that once everyone's back, so that people can be in touch with each other in between service. Oh, and we just got word back from Kelly. Kelly said heaven and hell, which is crazy. To have both at the same time. Life is sure poignant. Go ahead, Jack.
Overcoming obstacles and unable to do what I really want to do, and then at the same time knowing that this too shall pass. So it's uncomfortable and unsettling.
Yeah.
When I think and feel about it, and an hour from now I'll be fine. And then an hour from that I'm back into where I started.
It's
just a matter of
quite a
time take its toll.
It's I think they say it's like the weather in New England. If you don't like it, just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So knowing that, I'm content in that respect.
I wish when I'm having a really hard time, I remembered that it would end. But it's like when I get a bad flu and I can't remember what it felt like to not have the flu. When I don't have the flu, I can remember what having a flu's like, but the opposite doesn't work as well. Sound is working now. Wait a second. We got... So we got... Pele said... Sound is...
Brian, that was not enough time. Brian, that was not enough time.
Can we go back?
Yeah. You can't just ask people to share and then give us 2 minutes, Doesn't work well.
Yeah, I think we had five minutes per
So
minute.
I will
Not
be...
enough time.
Okay, I'm going to be opening up after this service at the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to have a new room opened called the Complaint Room.
I think you need it.
Who's going to be in charge of that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody.
Again, I apologize for any inconvenience. We're doing the best that we can here. And if you look in the chat, you'll see there it is. There's a Google form that you can fill out. If you look on the chat, you click on that. You can add yourself to the Religion Outside the Box phone tree email list. And so if you want to follow up with someone afterwards, you can. Like if you have something that you want to share with somebody afterwards, if you've put your name and your information on that list, you can continue this conversation not here. And I apologize for closing the doors early on some people.
Thank you.
Gord wrote it this way. Gord said, our wanting more time speaks to how much we value the connection. Good opportunity to connect. Wonderful. So tell me, other folks, what learning came out of here?
Well, for me, it's the fact that it's wonderful to have a confusion, because then we have something to work on. Otherwise, we'd be bored to death.
We are definitely not bored. I'm going to just do a show of hands. Let me put this so that I can see everyone on the screen at the same time. That should be this button. Okay, so I'm down here in the bottom left corner of my screen, if you can see me. Hi.
Hi.
If midline was what this is before we started the 5 minutes in your small group, how many of you put your hands above if it exceeded what you thought it would be, and put your hands down if it was worse? And we'll take all. And I got a lot of hands. I got some sideways. Some of you are very creative. I'm so glad to see that it was great to share with other people. So here's the thing. Don't do it again until we gather next week. You are not to share with other people in the off hours. It's like sometimes I would be over when the kids were little and we went to someone else's house and they said, oh, we have to do prayers for bedtime before with their kids. We have to do prayers for bedtime. And I said, oh my God, you're not doing prayers without rabbinic supervision, are you? You can share with each other. Go ahead, Missy. You got your hand up.
Well, you had asked what came out of the room, and I just wanted to share two bits of wisdom that we gleaned in our short time together. And one is, don't believe everything you think.
Right.
And the other was, we all are doing the best we can with what we've got right here, right now, this moment.
Amen.
And that's good. And that's good enough. Basically, that's a little bit paraphrased, but.
Thank you for sharing that, Missy.
Yeah.
For those of you who, Missy is going to be running our service next week as a favor to me. So thank you. Thank you, Missy. So please make sure to show up. And I'll give you the same admonition that I gave to my high school students is how you treat a substitute is very, I take that very personally. So I want to hear a good report back afterwards. Because
get ice cream if we're good.
You can have ice cream if you're good. That's good. I want to follow up with some. What else do you want to say about? What else what's your takeaway? Let me just before I move on to the next index card of thoughts. Something else you want to share? Something else that came up that. Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Well, what I got from our group is we really listened and we really heard and we really loved in the group. We heard each other.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
Thank you, Lynn. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, for me, it just reinforced a realization that it's hard to be honest even with myself sometimes about how I'm feeling.
Yeah, it's that we don't always
that's
know.
Not easy. People ask you all the time, oh, how are you feeling? But I'll say fine because that's what you're supposed to say. But sometimes it takes me a while to just center and reflect and be like, no, wait. How are you feeling?
Yeah. It's a great prompt to remind us to check in with ourselves is we have people who ask us, how are you doing today? We could actually use that as a spiritual tool to check in with ourselves, see how we really are. I saw that.
For me, though, the routine request is a terrible prompt because I've been so conditioned to ignore it.
Right. and we know change is not possible.
It's hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
It's hard.
My friend Jeff, when he's asked, and I've trained myself some to do it, when he's asked, how are you? He says, oh, thank you for asking. And when I first heard him say it, I thought, that's what? But I get the wisdom in it of being appreciative for somebody asking. Okay. Last week, I tried to introduce a idea called a 14-hour Sabbath from, how did I phrase it? From unwarranted anger. Yeah. 14-hour rest from vitriol. 14-hour rest from from just hatred. And I heard from a few people, they said, well, I made it about 3 hours. And I think there's and I get it. I remember being in college and hearing at Passover, or Passover's 7 to 8 days of not eating any bread products except for matzah. And I remember overhearing people in McPhee cafeteria saying, well, I made it 2 days today, and then they're biting into a sandwich. I made it 2 days this year for Passover, and then I blew it. And so then they go and have a sandwich, and I thought, wait, that seems very all or nothing. It's very, well, I made it 3 hours and then stop. And that's not the mindset I would hope that we have. That if we're trying for improvement, that we don't think, well, I can't do it, so I'm not going to try. Or I failed quick. I caught myself of not doing it right, and now the game's over. So I wanted us to, well, I wrote it down this way. And if you've been here a while, you know what this means. That everything that we learn, it's not all or nothing. That learning isn't I avoided hatred or I didn't avoid hatred. That learning is I'm learning to avoid hatred more. I'm learning to notice it more. That being said, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to take 1 minute. I'm going to see if I can do it with a timer. I'm going to take 1 minute and teach the numbers 1 through 5 that are on the board here. This is the stages of learning. That learning is not binary. Where's my clock? Hold on. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, let me just go. Here we go. That learning is you can do something perfectly and you can't do it at all. And that the stages of learning in between go like this. Show of hands, how many of you can play the French horn? If you were to learn to play the French horn, at the beginning you would need lots of hand holding. And if you've heard me do these steps before and you know them, think about how you can, this is the advanced version of it, think about how you can apply this within yourself, talking to yourself. But in the larger picture, that we start with needing lots of hand holding. And then after we get past that stage, we need hints from the outside hints. And then graduating from needing outside hints, we hint ourselves. We remind ourselves, oh, I shouldn't be beating myself up. Oh, I shouldn't be beating myself up is doing it on the inside. Me telling you you shouldn't be beating yourself up is hints from the outside. I'm telling you don't beat yourself up. That's me reminding you. You saying to yourself, oh, I oughtn't to have beaten myself up. That's on the inside. And that we learn, we go stage by stage, and to avoid unwarranted hatred, we have to go one bit at a time. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place here.
Oh, good.
You're good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Good reminder.
Okay. Okay, that's... Oh. I was talking with somebody very recently as yesterday. I was on a short walk, and they were telling me about their meditation practice, and I made a note of it. Oh, come on. That's not possible. Oh, I found it. They said that in their meditation, they noticed that they moved and scratched at their... They had an itch. They noticed that they were scratching. They were in meditation. They noticed that they were doing something. They noticed that. They moved, and then they observed what was happening. And sometimes these go in order 1 and 2, and sometimes it's you observe something, you observe that you moved, sometimes you move and then you observe it. Any which way, they moved and then they observed that they moved, and then they judged themselves. And they said, I noticed this pattern. I did something, I noticed that I did it, and then I judged myself. And then I asked them if they got to this stage, did they forgive themselves for the judgment? And they said, no, I forgot about that. And I wonder if we collude with somebody and we talk hatred. And then we notice that we're doing that. And then we judge ourselves for doing that. And can we then forgive ourselves for doing this thing that we said we wouldn't do? So our homework I'm going to give us is, can we remember to always add in this forgiveness? Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, just going back to your 5 stages of learning. One of the things that I found is that when there's like a spiritual or emotional type of learning, it doesn't always just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How's it go?
Sometimes it's like I've been at 5 for a long time, and then I realize there's like a whole nother level to this thing. So I got to go back to 0 again, where I didn't even realize that I had more to learn. This is something that popped into my head as I was listening to you.
We're never done.
Yeah.
We're never done.
I love what Al just said too, because that was one of the things that came up in our room for me anyway. Was I thought I had this handled, and here it was showing itself again, and at a different level for sure. There's that spiraling thing, we get a little better at it all the time, but it was still there with the right circumstances to prompt to bring it up again. Yeah. And I don't think I've practiced any forgiveness at the moment, so thank you for that reminder.
Is anyone in this group practicing too much forgiveness these days?
Yeah.
I haven't. No, nobody. Go ahead, Emily.
I've been practicing about that, and just saying it out loud. I forgive myself.
Mm.
And it's fun.
Wait, whoa. You're doing what, Emily?
I'm just saying it out loud and doing it a lot. And the more I practice it, the funnier it gets. And I just like doing it.
You're forgiving yourself?
Go around doing that. And I say, I just did it.
Yeah.
Emily, you're just forgiving yourselves at random times?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Okay, folks. Apparently, there's been a glitch here in the matrix, and apparently Emily figured out how to do this for herself all the time. No one else should do this. It's just Emily. Okay, can we hold that to just Emily doing it for the next week? Can I get an assurance from you? Hold on, I'm going to put you all up on the screen. Can I get an assurance from you all in this next week that nobody else is going to forgive themselves for their foibles this week? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
No.
I'll try not to forgive myself.
Wait, whoa. As I said, Emily is the exception to this one. Everyone else, it's taken. She got it. She got the ability to forgive herself this week. And the rest of you, sorry, too late.
Emily likes to share, so I think she's going to share that.
Yes.
Meg, that's now 2 strikes against you.
Has forgiven us all.
Say it again, Carol.
Emily has forgiven us all.
Oh my God, this is how we start a new religion, I think.
And is there not enough forgiveness for all who seek it?
Yes.
No, that's what I was trying to say, Ray. Emily took it.
Oh, no. No, she just is using it to her benefit. But she did not say that she took it all, that no one else could have any.
No, that's what I was saying. I was just trying to make that clear for everybody.
Oh.
I think you're being outvoted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, y'all remember I can end
I
this.
think if you're starting a new religion, I don't want to be part of that one.
Amen.
Where forgiveness is not available to everyone at all times?
Right. That doesn't sound good to me.
Okay, I'm
I
still,
think I already had some of that one at an earlier stage in my life.
I'm working
Yeah.
out the kinks in this. Go ahead, John.
Just going back to your stages of learning, it seems to me anything that has steps to it, be it the stages of learning, Kubler-Ross's stages
Mm-hmm.
of grief, any of those things, if you do them numerically, just think of the steps. You go step 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4,
Right.
5,
Yes.
3, 4, 3, 4, 5.
You're
4.
absolutely right. We don't stay in one place, and that's growth, and that's a wonderful thing. Yes, thank you, John. And I think it's very hard to go from 1 to 5 or 4 to 1. It's slow. Okay. So let me just be clear. Let me just try to clear this up for one more moment. So you guys are all saying no. We're going to hold on to self-forgiveness. I'm willing to give you that. I'm going to negotiate it out. You can forgive yourselves over the next week, fine. But no forgiving other people.
And Emily isn't forgiving other people. Emily is a model for other people. That's the same way Christianity works. You're not supposed to become Jesus. You're supposed to learn from his forgiveness.
Amen.
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 Okay, but don't do it. I mean, that's great on paper. I never.
I sure hope this isn't someone's first time here.
Let's take a minute for gratitude. Let's shift our attention for a moment and think on gratitude and take a minute for gratitude. I want you to take a moment and think about what you are most thankful for and see if you can come up with 4 things that you are most thankful for. Let's just take a minute. Think of 4 things you are most grateful for right now. And if you have the ability, notice your mood as you're doing this little inventory. Notice what happens to your mood when you're thinking of 4 things for which you're grateful. And I can tell you what's happening is you're feeling better. You're feeling good. That's not a coincidence, right? Gratitude is a powerful, powerful tool. And the gratitude can span from the simplest things to the most profound. Good. I'm going to ask a favor, and this is going to be me being vulnerable here. I'm putting the publicity together for my book, and it's winding up that videos are doing really well. The video testimonies are pushing people to the website better than the stagnant ads. So that being said, I'm going to take a minute from the service, a little more than a minute, and I'm going to ask you, can you fill in the sentence, Rabbi Brian has taught me blank, but don't do something like the stages of learning, but can you give me a word, because I've been hanging out with the Saturday service, I'm more patient. Rabbi Brian has helped me to remember to be compassionate. Or any of those good words. And
can we put them in the chat?
That you can put them in the chat, but that really will not help my videos.
Got it.
and I'm gonna say right now, I kind of feel like puking. Like I hate asking this. It feels gooky. So.
Well, Brian, everybody here wants to support you in this. I can tell you that.
Yes.
Okay,
Amen.
Jordan, thank you. Anyone else ever have that thing that the thing that you want the most is also something you kind of are running from?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, so it's not just me.
Sorry, you're not unique.
No.
Well, you are unique, but not that way.
So, Jordan, do you mind starting us off and just saying something like, hey, my name is Jordan, live in Oregon, and Rabbi Brian has helped to teach me biddy be bop de boop.
Yeah, sure. Hey, my name is Jordan. I live in Portland, Oregon, and Rabbi Brian has taught me how to be a better human.
Okay, that's a lot. Let's have. Thank you,
man.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I'll take a few more. Yeah, Dolly.
My name is Emily. And Rabbi Brian has taught me to forgive myself.
Aw. Okay, I'm gonna get my tissues out. Keep going, Dolly.
My name is Dolly. I live in Placerville, California, and Rabbi Brian has given me a sense of serenity.
Thank you, Michael. Oh my God.
My name is Michael. I'm also a rabbi, and Rabbi Brian has taught me that creative thought in religion is possible.
Thank you, Michael. Missy, and then Michael, then Ray.
My name is Missy. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And being a member of Religion Outside the Box helps me practice self-forgiveness and self-compassion. Rabbi Brian is significant in that change in my life.
Thanks, Missy. Go ahead, Michael.
Well,
My name is Michael.
Other Michael. Yeah, thank you.
My name is Michael, and Rabbi Brian has taught me that community is available everywhere. I'm not alone.
Ray, then thank you. Ray, then Al, then Joe.
My name is Ray Jones. I live in Vancouver, Washington. Rabbi Brian has taught me to show to myself the same compassion I would show others.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ray. Al?
Yeah, my name is Al, and I'm from Belmead, New Jersey. And Rabbi Brian has taught me that I'm my own highest spiritual teacher.
Joe? Oh my God.
Hi, my name is Joe Ludwig. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and Rabbi Brian has taught me love under all conditions for all people, not only by what he says, by how he lives.
Thank you, Joe. Ron?
Hi, my name is Ron Braithwaite. I live in Gresham, Oregon, and Rabbi Brian has taught me to embrace my poet identity as a poet and share it with the world. And I thank you.
Thank you. Finn and Gord, or one of you?
My name is Finn, and I live in Calgary, Alberta. And Rabbi Brian has taught me to be patient with myself and others as we're all seeking growth, and to stop taking everything so seriously. There's so much silliness in creativity and our unfurling.
Thank you, Finn.
Great.
Yeah, Lenny.
My name is Lynn Stewart. I'm from Los Angeles, and Rabbi Brian has taught me that bless you, Can I start again?
Yeah. Take two.
Take two. I'm on. My name is Lynn Stewart. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and Rabbi Brian has taught me that there are tools that you can have to cope with the horrors of war and life. And I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you, Lynn. Steve, and then Jack. Steve, you're on mute, buddy.
I'm Rabbi Stephen Petskind. I live in Streamworth, Illinois. And Rabbi Brian continues to teach that religion is a unifying force in the world and not one that divides us.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you all. I will send that all to Alessandro, the guy who's doing my Facebook ads, and thank you for taking the time for doing that. Oh, Jack, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Jack, and I live in Space Coast in Florida. And the thing about being part of Religion Out of the Box is that the world will be a much better place if everyone was like Brian.
Wow. Rita.
My name is Rita Wadsworth. I live in Santa Cruz, California, and Religion Outside the Box is the only congregation I have ever belonged to, and that I can feel I have found a spiritual place for myself.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you all. Thank you all. On both parts for helping me with the video and then for the wonderful compliments.
Just swallow.
Thank you, Emily.
Breathe, Rabbi, breathe.
I'm taking it in. I would make any one of you take it in.
You got that right.
And we do the prayer time now.
Yeah.
Yes. We have a list of names of people for whom we want to say some prayers. Alex, you're taking that today?
I've got it.
Ron was.
Ron, thank you, Ron.
Okay. Let's hold these in our people, in our heart, and in our love and in light. Joe and Ken, Sheridan H., Rita S., Greg, Shirley W., Jerry W., Cullen and family, Tammy and family, Valerie and family, Marilyn and her air conditioner, John, Daniel, Carolyn, Sam, and Jeff Saunders. Those are the ones we know of right now. If you have others to add to the list, please post them in the chat, and we'll put them in the clubhouse. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Let's take a minute of time right now. Thank you for that. I'm going to put everyone back on the screen for one last time. We all have our homework, and thanks to Emily, it's much easier. We do not need to be compassionate to anyone this week. Emily's going to do that for all of us.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you.
Emily.
Let's wave goodbye to all the people who are on Facebook and watching on YouTube and Twitch. Bye, everyone.